Iverson draws Jordan now. Watch this. Michael gets the step on Stackhouse. Now the turnaround. And he hits. Almost traveled. Iverson cranks up a three to ring it up.
What happens when the rookie with cornrows and chaos in his DNA faces off against the greatest player the game has ever seen? It wasn't just a crossover. It was a seismic shift. A 6-foot phenom from Virginia didn't just shake. Jordan shook the future of basketball. This is the day Allen Iverson destroyed Michael Jordan. The NBA in the late 1990s was Michael Jordan's empire. He wasn't just the face of the league, he was the league. With 5 championship rings already gleaming on his fingers and the 6th just months away, Jordan had elevated basketball into an art form. His fadeaway was flawless, his defense suffocating, and his presence godlike. He had the mindset of a killer and the polish of a CEO. He wore suits, spoke like a diplomat, and turned Nike into a religion. Every kid in America wanted to be like Mike, but no one actually believed they could. Then, in 1996, came Allen Iverson, barely 6 feet tall, built like a wiry firecracker, and drafted first overall by the struggling Philadelphia 76ers. Iverson was everything Jordan wasn't. Cornrows, tattoos, diamond studs. He didn't walk into the NBA, he stormed in. Where MJ was perfection, Iverson was defiance. He talked trash, attacked the rim like he had a grudge, and moved with a reckless confidence that felt dangerous. Jordan came from North Carolina, guided by Dean Smith and groomed for greatness. Iverson came from the rough streets of Newport News, Virginia. Shaped by survival, Jordan was the symbol of structure. Iverson was chaos in sneakers. So when these two finally met on the hardwood, the stage wasn't just for the highlight. It was set for a generational collision. What happens when a legend meets a lightning bolt? Allen Iverson's path to the NBA was nothing short of a storm. Before he was crossing up legends on national television, he was a kid from Hampton, Virginia, caught in the kind of trouble that could have erased his future before it began. At just 17, Iverson was sentenced to 15 years in prison for his alleged involvement in a bowling alley brawl. Despite a lack of solid evidence and a massive public outcry, after serving 4 months, he was granted clemency and a second chance. That second chance came in the form of a scholarship from legendary coach John Thompson at Georgetown University. At Georgetown, Allen Iverson was a revelation, fast, aggressive, and unapologetically raw. His lightning-quick handles and fearless drives made him one of the most exciting prospects in college basketball. After just 2 seasons, he declared for the 1996 NBA Draft.
With the first pick in the 1996 NBA Draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Allen Iverson from Georgetown University.
And was selected number 1 overall by the Philadelphia 76ers, making history as the smallest top pick ever. His rookie season was nothing short of electric, averaging over 23 points per game, delivering a streak of 5 consecutive 40-point performances, and flashing a crossover so quick it looked unreal. Analysis doubted him. Too small, too bold, too unfiltered. But to the streets, he was already a legend. Iverson didn't enter the league to follow in Jordan's footsteps. He came to challenge him. He didn't want an autograph. He wanted a piece of the crown. So when March 12th, 1997 arrived and the Sixers faced the Bulls, Al wasn't backing down. He was ready to make his move. The game was being played at Spectrum in Philly, but the buzz wasn't about the standings. It was about the matchup. Rookie versus icon. Street ball versus standard. The kid who had no business challenging the king was about to do just that. For most, this was just another regular season game. For Iverson, it was personal. And for Jordan, he was about to find out that this rookie didn't come to admire him. He came to test him. Midway through the game, the moment everyone was waiting for finally happened. Jordan switched onto Iverson. The crowd rose, time slowed. The ball was in Al's hands. The GOAT was guarding him. No one could have predicted what would have happened next, but everyone would remember it forever. Because basketball history was about to be made. And just like that, the moment basketball fans didn't even know they were waiting for arrived. Allen Iverson stood near the top of the key, bouncing the ball with that relaxed, almost hypnotic rhythm. It wasn't nerves, it was confidence. Facing him, Michael Jordan, not just a player, the 6-time champion, the defensive master, the man who made grown professionals look like amateurs. Jordan crouched low, ready to pounce, reading Iverson's every twitch like a predator. Iverson took a step forward. For most players, that fake wouldn't have worked. But Al wasn't the most popular player. Then came the double crossover. It was fast, blinking you miss it fast. A lightning flick from the left to right. Jordan shifted the wrong way. And just like that, the greatest defender of the generation was momentarily frozen. Iverson stepped back, rose up, and released a shot. The spectrum erupted. Fans leapt to their feet. The Sixers bench exploded. Even the commentators hesitated, as if unsure what they just seen was real. Michael Jordan had just been crossed by a rookie. Clean, deliberate, and on his own terms. Jordan's reaction was as cold as ever. No smile, no frustration, just that quiet stare. But behind that calm exterior, the message had landed. Everyone felt it. Can you believe it? Allen Iverson, the undersized rebel who'd clawed his way into the league, had just put the greatest of all time on a poster. It wasn't luck. It wasn't a fluke. It was surgical. And it wasn't a highlight. It was a challenge. Isn't that crazy? One move, one shot, one moment that shook the sport forever. The shot hit nothing but net, and by morning, every highlight reel in America was looping one moment. Iverson crosses Jordan. Over and over, the clip ran like a glitch in the Matrix. That double crossover became the basketball moment of the year. It was on highlight reels, magazine covers, and even late night talk shows. Sports Illustrated ran features not on the game, but on that one play. In the era before social media, this was as viral as it got. VHS tapes were passed around. Kids at school tried to imitate it in slow motion. The name Allen Iverson went from promising rookie to instant icon, all because he made the unthinkable look easy. It was surreal. Jordan, the man who never got embarrassed, just became part of someone else's highlights. The king didn't fall, but for a moment, he stumbled, and the world couldn't look away. That clip wasn't just replayed because it looked good. It was replayed because it meant something. It wasn't just a highlight. It was a shift in the way that people saw the game. Michael Jordan stood for everything the NBA had built itself around: control, dominance, and perfection. He was clean-cut, calculated, and unstoppable. He made basketball look effortless and serious all at once. He was the standard. Allen Iverson was the opposite. He was loud, messy, unpredictable, a symbol of rebellion. He didn't try to blend in. He played hard, talked trash, and showed up exactly as he was. He brought street ball energy into the polished world of the NBA. That crossover wasn't just a move. It felt like a moment. The moment the next generation stepped up and said, "We're not here to wait. We're here now." Nobody expected it. One play changed how players looked at legends. Iverson didn't ruin Jordan's legacy, but he proved that he wasn't untouchable. And that made younger players believe that they could compete, not just admire. Michael Jordan never said much about the crossover, but true to his competitive nature, he didn't forget it. The next time they faced off, MJ dropped over 30 points, reminding everyone who still ran the league. But even then, he couldn't erase that moment. Years later, Iverson admitted he might have scored more, but I'll always have that one play. That play became a cultural shift. It wasn't just a highlight, it was a statement. Al's crossover inspired a generation. Kyrie, Steph, Ja, guys who grew up believing they could go toe-to-toe with anyone. It wasn't just about handles, it was about swagger. Hip-hop tattoos, cornrows, oversized jerseys. Iverson brought all of that into the NBA spotlight. He showed kids that they didn't need to fit in to make it. He didn't beat Jordan that night. The Bulls won, But history doesn't remember the score. It remembers the moment that the NBA changed forever. No, Iverson didn't destroy Jordan's career, but for one moment, he did something almost no one else could, made the GOAT look human.